I'm late.
Queen.
Hi.
Hey.
So this is equivalent to Black History Month in regards to it's Indigenous Peoples Day on Monday.
Dope.
And,
we love it. Love it.
And then November is Native American Heritage Month. But this is the most busiest time for me. So I literally have been back to back to back. So I just left the city of South Fulton in Georgia.
We just saw that. We're like, dang, wish we'd have known. We're here.
Oh, let me show you. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you what they did. Oh, I'm so excited. Let me move this to better lighting. Look at what they did. And this is exclusive for everybody. Hold on. Trying to move this. Okay. Oh, no, I don't like it there. We'll go back to where we was at.
It is better light, though.
Yeah, it is better light. Okay,
so Queen, what's so funny, I worked with Representative Bruce when he was putting I worked at the Capitol. Her mom kind of plugged that in. So when he started putting the city into place.
The city of South Fulton, yes.
So look what. I got a proclamation from the city of South Fulton.
Let's go.
The work that myself and Marcus Coleman and who else? That we all did, Keys IMC, to stated to abolish. Okay, therefore that the mayor, city and the city council of the city of South Fulton do hereby proclaim Friday, October 8th. 2021 as Indigenous Peoples Activism Day in the city of South Fulton.
Let's go.
That's amazing.
That's huge.
Yes.
That's huge.
Huge. So
I'm proud of you.
So that's what I just left from. And so I'm exhausted. So, but I am so excited that we are meeting because I'm battling lung cancer. Everyone, since I have so many holistic things that everyone gives me, and name it on CBD,
right?
I have it all.
You've tried it all.
I tried it all, and I don't like to feel high.
Right.
I got so many vials of Rick Simpson oil, and if you take more than a rice grain of Rick Simpson oil, you are gonna be lit. Like
just slightly altered. You're gonna be altered for sure.
We have some that's a little different. They're just CBD isolate, so you just feel all the positive things.
Yeah. So what we
all right. So talk to me.
Queen, so what we do with our so we basically take our flower from the farm, we turn it into a grain and then extract the THC. So we basically give you all the health effects of the plant without the psychoactive. I mean, you normally don't get psychoactive off the hemp, but either way. Not to mention, we like with our oils, what's dope, we add we have an herbalist and she creates blends in hemp seed oil. She soaks them like a tea, and then basically we get that combined. They do all the testing from the Oregon Department of Agriculture, and it becomes a product. But it's like a double punch of something amazing. It's real dope.
Yeah. So it's not just CBD. It's with like all of these amazing things that are so good for you in different formulas, right? Yeah. So we have like an anxiety one that can calm you down, a mood uplift that like maybe for you would kind of pick you up a little bit when you're feeling slow or down.
That also helps your immune system. It gives you energy, boosts your cognitive function, kind of like she said. And a number of other things. But it's probably herbs that you already take. We just soak them and get the richness out of them so you actually can get something that actually works and it's good.
So I'm a type of person, I have a high tolerance of pain.
Okay,
so
she does too.
I do too. Yeah. That's what they say. I don't know.
I have a very high tolerance of pain. So some CBD stuff, I like I said, I don't like to feel high.
Right.
But at the same token, I needed to feel and activate, you know?
Yeah.
And I haven't tried, that's something that I have not got yet. Okay. And I'm hearing, I love the fact that you all own a farm.
Yes, we do.
And I just learned that so many other CBD companies that say that they are Black owned are renting their farms, but you all actually own a farm.
No,
and there is a long story behind that too.
Yes, long story.
Short story.
But to shorten it, yes, we do own a farm. We have some farmers that do live on the land, and sometimes they are different races or different diversity because throughout different seasons you have to have people coming through and living there. But no, it's ours. Trust me.
It was a lesson that we had, an expensive lesson, but we do own it. So,
So what someone just asked the question, how does it help with your immune system? So like I said, I'm battling lung cancer. We always hear that those that have cancer get on CBD, or those that are, like you said, anxiety, but does it build your immune system?
Well, so we're looking at, I mean, the CBD helps in general, but you have to think it's a double punch. So we're giving you natural herbs that you're going to take to build your immune system anyway. And then once you combine the CBD and all the amazing effects of it, it's a double punch of what you already used to, you know what I mean? It just works.
Yeah. And the CBD itself has antioxidant properties, anti-inflammation properties. And that's why they can use it for different, medical conditions, so they know for sure it helps with inflammation and antioxidant properties. So it does exactly, calm the body down from being inflamed and then fight cancer, basically.
Okay,
we
can't
say that.
We
can't say that.
We can't say that on the bottle and stuff, but we can say it to the people on your live.
Right.
We can't put that on the jar, though.
Right. So I am 42.
Okay.
Or 43. I'm one of them. I forgot. But anyway, I'm in my 40s. And
we are too.
We are too.
Okay, so then you all know. We grew up in an era where marijuana was it seemed like it was like you could tell that it was green. It was like it was from a very good place.
Yeah.
Now marijuana they're mixing it with all types of stuff and things like that. Now, is that the same with now? There's a huge CBD, like everyone is putting CBD in everything. Is that the same with CBD products? Are they putting other foreign stuff in CBD products exactly like how they put foreign stuff in marijuana?
So what you want to take?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to say, and then maybe he'll piggyback. Because CBD is legalized in the United States, we, like he said, have to go through the Oregon Department of Agriculture for all of our products. So every time we make a product, even if we rebottle it, reformulate it, they test it for pesticides, all the bad things, heavy metals, THC. So you can't do that with the CBD that's actually like us, who we're doing it legally. We have, all the licenses and everything. We have a grow license, for our farm and for our products. We have our certificate of analysis on our page. So, it doesn't have any of that funny business in there. But like he could tell you, because he's from California, and
so you know about Humboldt County,
right?
Look,
the crazy thing. We're in Mendocino County, so we get the same weather pattern so we're probably like 30-40 minutes to the border, so we get all that good weather. So you're in Southern Oregon, yet it's basically Northern California, so we get all the good. And Queen, this is what's dope. So when you hop off the plane, and like my first time going to go see the farm after we bought it, it was like. I'm driving and you smell something like, if you smell something, what is? And I look and it's miles and miles of just tree growing everywhere. And this is marijuana and hemp. It's just like right off the field, just like, whoa, it's insane. So
and you can smell it is a lot,
and marijuana is less regulated because more states are just coming online, and like the laws have to catch up. So there is a lot you could do. Delta 8's coming out, and they're doing a lot of stuff with it. But for CBD, if you get it from a reputable source with a certificate of analysis, it's good stuff in there.
So when it comes down to the soil, because I love agriculture. I love, I was growing my own farm, or little mini farm in my backyard.
Oh, cute.
Last year in grow bags. And I learned the science of soil. And it doesn't matter what you grow. It's the way that the soil is prepared. Is that the same when you are growing, green, for
well, yes. So There are certain, so when we bought the farm, one of the things you have to do before is to test the soil. So you don't even want to buy the farm before you get your soil test. It has to be like loamy, what they call loamy soil. So it's like a mix of like clay and, you know, all those things like, you know, what is it called? Silt. So it's different types of soils that work well for hemp. You even have the times a year where you have to do it. Like you have to, you know, plant by. Because when we first got the farm and everything, we were like up against the wall because you want to plant by June, you know, so you can, you know, it was, May. So yeah, you have to prepare the soil. You have to add the nutrients. Like with our farmers, he was like, why, what? You're going to the nutrient farm again? You're getting more aloe. Like, and they're like, no, you know, these are what you have to do. You have to get the water right. So there's so many things you have to do for it to be like the perfect, you know, percentages of everything and grow well, root well. So it's really a science.
And what's good about ours used to be like, they used to have horses on the farm.
Oh, yeah.
So the land was already good, especially in that area. I don't know if they I don't know what they did, but it was definitely a bunch of horses out there. So the land, the part we use is really good. So, but yeah, our products. So I don't know if you know, but we do have some topicals. So our topical.
So show me. Can you show me what you guys have? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So this one is our salve, our topical salve. It's about 2,000 milligrams of CBD in there. It's fast acting. So depending what you have going on, it could work. It usually works in seconds. Usually if you have muscle pain, it usually takes a while. You might need a good massage.
Like my back is killing me.
We gotta get you some of this. Oh, we have people tell them about it in the mall. We had a physical location in the mall. Tell them.
Yeah. So it was one lady, she was a PhD, and she came in, she was like, I didn't see all these places. You guys are all the same. I was like, no, we're a little different. Talked to her about 25 minutes, and she's like, well, I'll try. I finally got her to try it. Once she tried it, she basically broke down in tears. Like she was just literally, it worked fast. Tears. She was out of pain. She just like, it was, you know what I mean? It changes your situation.
Yeah,
I mean,
it really changed her life. And like, there's some people who like have injuries or like nerve degeneration. Like it might go from a 10 to a 2, but for some people, that's like being able to walk to the car or go places.
Yeah. Remember the guy who had neuropathy?
Oh yeah, the guy, he had neuropathy.
And neuropathy, you really can't. I don't know if they have something. Well, this is the doctor right here. She's MD right here. And she knows.
Yes.
But neuropathy is a horrible nerve pain, and it's hard to get rid of it. So a guy tried that topical, and I mean, he was just enamored with just being out of pain. I mean, he just so. This
my
one, I will
brother
tell
has
you
that in his back, and they're looking at surgery. It's like a sedatic, or he calls ascetic nerve. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the sciatic. Yeah. Sciatic and nerve. It could get entrapped. Yeah. So sometimes, like we're saying, you do have to get surgery, but this, in addition, especially because it's topical and you can put it right on the site, we used to tell people, just try it. Just sit down, depending on where the pain was. They couldn't get you should strip in the mall. But,
right.
Yeah, they would try it, and they would just be amazed at how quick, because we have a special ingredient in there to penetrate down into your joints or into the space where the inflammation is. So they would go like to the food court, and then they would come back, and they'd be like, how much is it again?
And sometimes it actually works faster.
Yeah, sometimes they're right there.
And that's a good thing about your product, because like one of your customers said, like everyone is selling CBD stuff. What makes I don't know, it doesn't work. And what makes you all different? And that's the experience that I've been having. I've been having where I have so much CBD stuff, and I've been trying the gummies and the things like that, and I'm just like, they taste amazing.
Right. Yeah, they do taste good.
They do taste good.
They taste amazing, but in regards to really, seeing if it actually works, that's what I'm having a hard time, especially when you're saying if someone could go from your store to the food court and they're like, wait, I could feel better, let me buy this. And that goes to show that your stuff is something else. It's, it's the real deal.
Actually, she created this one. The doctor created this one. This is our Miracle Jane formula. So this one you can talk about this.
So I had 2 kids in 2 years, and I had to have a hysterectomy. So I had like all this childbirth, and I had a surgery, and then I had a surgery. So after I was using like arnica for swelling and bruising. Arnica is another plant. And then I would use my CBD topical. And I'm like, wait, why we could just put all this stuff in there. So we kind of changed this formula and tweaked it a little bit to help more with bruising and swelling for people that have had, you know, injuries or surgeries, and it kind of addresses more things than just pain. So some people, you know, like you were saying, your back's killing, it's just pain, a little inflammation, but you know, people that have bruising, like after one of my surgeries, I had like a huge bruise, and he's like, oh my God. So I'm like rubbing all these different creams on. So we did this formula for people that have had surgeries or injuries that are trying to get the inflammation and bruising and pain down.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have 2 topicals. In addition to, we do have 2 gummies. We have a daytime and a nighttime.
Oh, what'd you say, Queen?
That will also be good for people that are having surgeries and stuff like that.
Hey, Quinn, I don't know if you know the difference between a lot of people, the oils versus, or the sublingual, what people, you know, take in their mouth, versus the topical. The topical is more of like a central pain. So if you got back, shoulders, knees, elbows, it soaks in quick. Now, the ingestible, those are more for like your full body. It goes in, hits your neuroreceptors or your, it just sends signals to your body. I mean, it's going to help, but these will help. This will help faster if you got back, shoulders. But I would take, I mean, if you got a lot of pain, I would take both of them. They're both going to work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can do them together. So I tell people with the topicals, do them a couple times, like spot treatments. But the ones you do like sublingual, like the drops, those are like for prevention and calm down the overall inflammation and engage all your receptors, like your endocannabinoid system. And then hit it with the topical. So I'm sure, like you said, you've probably tried them all, like the drops, the gummies, the topical. But
all of it. I'm like, I'm seriously, I'm like, I got to be drugged up. Let me take it all.
Take it up, but
because the level of pain that I'd be having, you know, cancer pains is another pain like no other, you know. And so, you know, it feels like you are literally just got into a car accident. So my back usually deals with that when I'm just doing too much, when I'm not supposed to. One of my friends, Chris Brown, I'm happy that he's on here. Chris Brown has been fighting for a lot of the rights within the city of Atlanta, for on marijuana rights and things like that. He ran for councilman. But he just said, do both. Take your tincture daily. Do you being in the medical field? Do you believe that taking a tincture daily is also important?
Oh, definitely. Because that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just have to calm that inflammation down overall and get you're kind of like to a set point, right? And like you said, there's some days you overdo it and you overwork yourself. So if you're just waiting till after, you're already inflamed or your muscles are already, you know, spasming. So if you're taking it preventively, it can kind of help fight for you while you're doing all those things. And then, like he said, the spot treatment on top of that.
And then it only lasts for so long in your system. I mean, sometimes it's kind of like taking a Motrin or a Tylenol. You know, you get a 6-hour window, and then you need to reapply or re-add something to it. So, you know.
I have a question. There was a question in here, and I thought it was a really great question. Someone asked, what about CBD for children and helping with anxiousness, hyperactivity? What are your thoughts on that?
So, crazy story. When we actually first started the business, our kid, he was turning 1. He had hand, foot, and mouth, and he had like a tooth coming in. He was like turning 1. Had a fever for like a few days of 100. We had been giving him Tylenol, Motrin, nothing worked. Of course, he wasn't eating either. Mood was totally horrible. So our farmers came to town. Was like, let's try this CBD. So we tried it. 25 minutes later, mood totally changed. Mood changed. His temperature decreased a lot. He wasn't even what would you say?
He wasn't lethargic. He was asking for food. He wanted to eat.
Like, it was crazy.
Yeah,
like,
it was crazy.
At that point, we knew, like, this is really something like special.
We were like, oh yeah, man, we got something here. Like, just to see it for yourself and experience it in your own life, it's like, I know patients and people tell me, but to see it in your home, you know, in your child that's suffering and you feel powerless, like, I can't do anything. We're putting rags on him and, you know, basically crying because he's so sad. It was like, this is amazing. And, you know, as a psychiatrist, of course, for the ADHD aspect, it definitely can improve, like he said earlier, like the cognition and focus and attention. And they haven't necessarily studied it to replace, you know, traditional medicines, but I have a lot of people that won't do the ones I try to give them. So it's definitely better than nothing, because you don't want your child to be, you know, struggling with those things. So and we have different formulas. Like for our little ones, we don't necessarily try some of like anxiety formulas or whatever, but we do the mood uplift, because we know it engages that mood, it uplifts them, it focus and attention.
And immune system.
And the immune system, all those good things.
And there's all the natural herbs that are in there too that we soak in. So it's not just the CBD, it's the herbs. So that's why it's a double punch of something amazing.
So everyone that's tuning in, make sure you all follow, because I'm gonna keep this up. Hempoholic CBD.
Hempoholic. Yes.
I love that. Hempoholic.
It's your healthy addiction. You're addicted to hemp.
Yes. Make sure you all, because what makes them different is the fact that they're using other herbs from the earth.
Right.
They're coming up with all this amazing various formulas with CBD. And it's and it's not just like, oh, let me just put some drops of CBD and say this is going to help you, you know. But no, you all are scientists, you all are farmers on a Black farm doing this. And how can everyone be able to support your products?
Well, you can buy, but Queen, think about this. So we also, I know the
tell about this part. We know you might be wrapping up, but this is important. Tell about the education.
We actually tell people, well, so we have an ebook that's out to just give people information about CBD. If you want to have a business, we also have partnering opportunities. We have a process where we basically can help get your business up and going. It's a very
help you get through those legal hurdles, like your legal city council person might tell you that there's so many issues legally with trying to get a bank account, trying to get a merchant account, just a process. You can't just up and sell CBD with your PayPal or your Stripe or your, you know, that. So we help educate people in the community about selling it legally and getting their business started, what you can and can't do, how to market. So that's a big thing.
I'm gonna bring some people in that are very interested already. I'm gonna bring some people in and then have them
amazing. We bumped our head about what, $1 million times?
$900,000
about $900,000 worth of and like we've come into roadblocks, had bank accounts shut down, our merchant closed, hold our money.
Had a fire, got
God.
robbed. I mean, you name it in this industry. But the dope thing is, like, we basically, we're giving everybody the cheat code to how to get in the business, how to be successful. We even have a course. The course should be done hopefully next week. But we recorded a course. The course is really dope. But it's just really just giving people the opportunity to make money off something that actually helps society, and you can actually change the trajectory of your family. Like, we started this company, and my dream car was to buy a Lambo. I bought a Lambo. I mean, I talk about that. I bought it in July, but I mean, it's crazy. Like, that was my dream car.
That was not, not my suggestion, but yes, but you know, it's like, we've been working hard, we've been grinding, you know, we had to put all our, you know, everything aside and invest, but we don't want others to have to invest as much as we did or put as much money down the drain, making mistakes like we did. So that's why that education part of the company and the partnering to help them start businesses or providing products, white label, you know, that's what a lot of the bigger companies do, right? They sell it to someone else, put someone else's name on it, then put someone else's name on it. So we can help other people do that.
And you know, we're the one-stop shop because we have the farm, we have our own formula, we do the packaging, we do the so basically we can help basically From start
Well,
to
you know
finish.
what? I'm interested. I think that this is great. And people reach out to me all the time that have CBD companies, and they're like, let's do something together. But no, I love the fact that you all own your farm. And I know, and I would, if I come there to Oregon, I would know how you're preparing it and everything like that. My cousin, like I said, my cousin on my mother's side, she's Native American. Her and her husband own a farm in Humboldt County.
Oh.
So in Humboldt County. So they own a farm, and they've been owning it for about 10 years now. And then they said it's like it's literally like a business. And so you're also near Native American communities. Someone just asked, is this connected to any Native communities? Have you all reached out or have any type of partnerships because you all are literally right there next to so many Native American reservations right there in Oregon? Have you all had connected with any of the Native communities or anything, or Native people there?
Such a good idea. We haven't even done that. But now, see, that's why these conversations are important. And you never know what we could learn and what we might create a new formula based on what we learn. Or, like our other herbalists for the topical taught us about Reiki energy.
Yeah.
We had no clue about Reiki.
No clue.
He's like, what does that mean? And I'm like, I don't know, but it helps our topical, and I want it in there.
I would love to connect you all with some of your neighbors, with some of the people, the Native American tribal members that I know that are in Oregon, and then also near Humboldt. I'd love to connect you with my cousin in Humboldt. You know, and to be able to, because they're not providing any, they're just giving out, marijuana for medicinal purposes. They haven't created products and all of that, and I think it would be a great partnership with that. And I also am interested as well. And anyone that is tuning in, this is what they do. If you would like to have a partnership and having your own launching a partnership product line
or with, your own business,
and have your own business, reach out to
Hempoholics.
CBD.
So our Instagram is Hempoholic CBD, and our Facebook's also Hempoholic, and our website's so easy. It's literally hempoholiccbd.com. So basically, if you know the name of our company, you can find us.
And I love the logo in the back too. It's so dope.
It's the little things.
Too. It's the little things. It's the little things. Well, I appreciate you all and once again I apologize for coming on late.
Oh no, I told her, I'm like, she has an event. How is she gonna meet with us?
Someone really wants to come in. She says, add her again. She has a question. Hold on for a second.
Okay, come on in.
We could do one more question. I have to wake up at 4
Am I on? Hi.
You're on. Hey.
Hi. This is my mother, Linnea.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey guys. So we definitely want a partnership. We've been thinking about farming also. That's been our dream.
Okay.
But in the state of Connecticut, it's kind of hard.
Okay.
So procuring land, trying to find a town that allow you to have those kind of things. And I hate to say it, but race unfortunately does play a part here in what you can get for the land. So we just been looking around elsewhere, and once the buyer gets a whiff of who you are, that's been our difficulty.
There's ways around that too.
There's definitely ways around that.
Oh, okay.
I will say this though. It's you need to have somebody experienced who's actually gonna grow for you, and you learn with them on how to grow, because it's expensive to be able to do this and it not work effectively. So if we had too many males grow on our flower, then we could have lost the whole crop. If you're not paying attention, if you're not cognizant of those things on your flower, then you have to be real meticulous about looking at these things. And I'm not that way, but our farmers, you know what I mean? You spend all this money, you lose your crop. It's just like
we had a season where we ran a little hot, and we were like, oh my god, literally in certain states you can't even use it, so it's like thrown down the drain. So definitely contact us, reach out. Are you all farmers yourself?
My mother, yes.
Okay.
Our family has a farm in Alabama that they're not even using right now because
it's legal. I believe it's legal out there too.
We've been hearing a lot about Alabama. Yep, because it's so close to Georgia, which Georgia's having a lot of restriction on the farming and the licenses. Yeah. So Alabama.
Our grandma's from there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're like
what we saying, Queen?
Farmers.
To add on to what sister is saying. So does it matter what region that you can have a marijuana farm? Because you was talking about the weather in Oregon and that, exactly. So is there certain climates that it would do better in, and what are those places?
Definitely.
I would say probably maybe warmer areas, not so rainy. Honestly, Queen, I'm not gonna lie. That's my farmer's job to know all that. I'm not a farmer. I'm the guy.
He's the business side of the real estate, and I'm like the science person. So I've partnered with a lot of the farmers and had a lot of those conversations. And before we bought the farm, we picked Oregon #1 because of the climate and because of that almost perfection with the hot and cold, because you can't do it too cold, you can't be too hot, you can't, like you said, can't be too rainy. But then this year we had forest fires, and literally our whole farm almost burned down. It was a mile away from our farm.
Literally less than a mile.
Yeah.
We've seen it. Guys were jumping out of planes. It looked like a sight from a movie.
It was like a movie.
We were praying that it wouldn't burn the farm up. It was literally it was a scary moment.
It was unbelievable. And they were dropping, what's that stuff? The red powder. So different regions. So then North Carolina has, so different states have different regions that are ideal. So first you would kind of look at picking your state that's legal, and then looking at if it's ideal for that county or region or whatever, because they're all so different. Because one county over might get way more rain than the other. It's so strange how.
And you have to think about this though. Like if you are going to have a marijuana farm, hemp is one thing. They don't really bother hemp, but if you have a marijuana farm, like we got robbed. These people thought that we had marijuana, so you're probably going to have the right to bear arms. You probably need to bear some arms, or get a huge pit bull.
We had both. We had both.
It's so much legal red tape you're gonna have to go through with cannabis as well versus hemp. So that's I didn't want to get her. Well, it's pretty deep on that side. I mean,
it could be scary, and it could be a lot that you're not anticipating with people aren't all good people either.
What were you saying, Queen?
So sister here said that it's not easy because of the color of her skin. So was those some trials that you also have went through as well? And what are some things that she can, like, okay, you know how you have a Black Farmers Association.
Right.
Have you all thought about creating a Black Marijuana Farmers Association to be able to support and help each other in regards to some of these trials that you all have been fighting?
Yeah, I think there's a number.
Organizer.
No. You're the social activist. I love it. There's a lot of different farming associations, but they've typically kind of band together as all farmers. But I think the cannabis, both plants are cannabis. So cannabis farmers have developed stuff for the legal aspects, but not necessarily the injustices and disparities in the actual purchasing of the farms and that. So we would definitely love to look more into that and see how we could definitely partner and kind of represent, our side and what we've been through in our struggle. Like we had farmers who at the time were Caucasian, and they were going to look at the farms and see it for us. So people were like, oh yeah, buy the farm. We don't want to go there. But and then turns out, now everything's virtual. So some people didn't even know we were African American until almost the end of the process. So there's so many ways now that, you can be a rally for it and partner for change, but also kind of do workarounds.
Yeah. So connect with them and work that land in Alabama.
Definitely need to be in Alabama. It's definitely a hot area, and get an experienced grower, and I mean, save a lot of money. Save a lot of money. Because honestly, you're gonna have to think about distributing. I mean, it's so much. Growing is one thing. That's probably it's not easy, but it's all the other stuff on the other side. How are you going to do banking? How are you going to get your product out? How are you going to dry it? How are you know what I mean? It's so much little stuff that you're going to have to. And okay, you have all this product. What are you going to do with it? You know, it's like.
And you can't market it on social media because they have laws and rules around that. So.
And you might have to go through some back doors that you probably don't want to be in just to get your product. So you have to think about that. That's real talk.
I'm pretty sure that we have a lot of things growing there that my grandfather went to prison for. We're live, right? Are we live?
Exactly.
This is nothing growing there. It's vegetables.
Nothing growing there that shouldn't be there. And I'm pretty. It's not. I don't know if it's. Yeah, you know what? Forget that thought. Yeah. So.
No, tap in with us. Tap in with us offline.
Tap in.
We have someone we would love for you to talk to. I think we have someone we would love for you to talk to.
I know that.
But hemp, you don't have to worry about a lot of the red tape. So that's a plus about that.
Okay.
You can now build homes with hemp.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, anything.
You can be a
Car
farmer,
leather, ropes, clothes,
a distributor to build homes and cars. They're doing everything
My
with
mom's a
hemp
construction worker.
Yeah, I did construction for.
Yeah, she builds
time.
windmills and everything.
You need our topical for that bag. I know you're back
right now.
Yes.
I love the daughter
just
just
me out on everything.
And I love it. No, it's important that she's doing that, and the valuable assets that you're able to contribute into for us to be able to have our own. You know, so please tap in. You know, y'all connect. Y'all
definitely.
Yeah, I've been trying to get our family to do something on that land forever. We have 100 acres and we're not growing anything. And I'm like, please, let's do something with it.
And this is what I love about most that you're saying is that you have a dream, you put it out in the air, now you just got to go get it.
Right.
Like you really, that's how it starts. You put the idea out and then you start working towards it. And it's always going to be some naysayers that won't do it, but you have to actually go out and do it. And if you aren't in the right space and don't have the right people around you, you might have to change your environment to be around people who are going to feed that and influence you and help you. Like our group in Atlanta of entrepreneurs, they are real though. Everybody, because they're all. Well,
I want to connect with them.
You definitely want to connect with them. Yeah, so you will.
But go ahead.
But yeah, just telling you just got to be in a good circle of people who are going to feed into what you're doing or what, you know what I mean? It just reinforces what you're already going through.
Yeah. Right. We're in the mindset of even our family we're starting to come to, well, my brothers, our siblings, we're starting to come together and realizing that like for our kids, because of the way things are changing now, we have to leave something. Right. It's our job as parents, and it's our job to leave an inheritance. You know, if they can do it, so can we. So, I mean, we have an inheritance of a lot of land, and the thing is, we're sitting on it. So we're looking, like, even we have, like, my brother married into a family, and he has a honey farm. So we're looking to do business with them over there. Wow. And we're just trying to make sure that we work what we've got. Yeah. So we know this land is free. We don't have to pay for it. I wanted something here that's close to me. That we own ourselves. It's not a family thing, but it's like, you know what? Why not use what we have until we can get our, separate from that part and have our stuff here, which I know, the climate is crazy here, but we have a lot of abandoned buildings and factories around that we can definitely use and transform.
I will tell you this. So with farming, if you do indoor, I mean, I know you have all that land, but indoor, you're going to make a lot of money.
Oh, no.
I mean, you make a lot of, okay, you want to do outdoor?
No. Outdoor, Alabama outdoor.
Okay. I'm just
I say you can have greenhouses, like we have outdoor and greenhouses. So you don't have, you could do both so that you could do other seasons.
Like maybe
but you want to be able to and then grow in all the seasons. So like our indoors for like that January, spring, early cold seasons, and then your outdoors in the summer. So it gives you more flexibility.
And you have to think about your finances as well. Like you just grow in the season that it's growing, and then next thing you know, you ran out of product and bills are coming through. So you're going to need that indoor. You're going to need that greenhouse. Not to mention the greenhouse is probably going to produce, depending on the size of it, more than you're producing on the outdoors. So it's, and it's going to produce faster.
Oh, okay.
So
he been in the business.
Just keep it open. But that's the thing. You know, we tapped in with people who are specialists in this, and you think one way, and then you find out, okay, maybe I need to broaden my mindset or do something different. And maybe you can't grow hemp where you are. Maybe you have to grow something else or do a different resource. That would be booming, but you can still create generational wealth for your family, and then maybe do something else, you know, in another area to do hemp or marijuana farming. So it's all about trying to create that, you know, generational wealth for your family and start where you can and then build that legacy.
Yes.
I agree.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you tap in with them.
Okay.
Definitely.
Thank you, Queen. You are the best. I appreciate you.
Thank
you are
you
amazing.
so much.
And I,
Okay, we'll do that before our phone dies.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes. So, thank you all. Thank you so much for, I'm learning a lot. Just to recap, this is
Hempoholic.
Hempoholic.
It's
so hard. It's late.
We give you product and merch.
We're going to get you some product and merchandise so you won't forget the name.
Thank you. Yeah, because I'm having, on a serious tip, because of I'm on an autoimmune chemotherapy pill, and one of the side effects is brain fog. And I'm being such a public speaker, I am literally forgetting. So, and it's getting worse. Like,
we need to send you some
bad.
mood uplift.
You need
We're going to
some
send you some mood uplift and a topical.
Queen, I don't want to take too much of your time, but my aunt, she has an autoimmune
sarcoidosis.
Yeah, she has that, and she was going through so much pain, and just she felt like her body was deteriorating. The doctor finally prescribed her marijuana. We've been telling her, take our oil. We sent the oil to her like a year ago. She finally took it, and her whole, I won't say her whole life, but her mood, her everything started changing. Pain levels. I mean, it's really, really helping her a lot.
Yeah. So she wasn't really wanting to do the marijuana cannabis side. So she tried our product. Finally. She was like, well, if he could let me do marijuana, maybe I could try yours. And his mom was like, she was like a new person.
Wow. Well, you know, when you all send me these products, we're going to do a recap.
Done.
Yes.
We're going to do a recap. Yes. I would love to do a testimony. And then if it's good, then we're going to work on having a collaboration product.
Queen, you know it's good. Come on. You know it's good.
It's good. It's good. But I'm saying,
do you have any sleep issues too? No sleep?
Yes, I can.
We got some for that too.
We got
some for that too.
But everyone else, tap in. You all, Hempoholics, they have their products, and also you can also be able to utilize them for you to have your own products in the CBD hemp industry, which is big, amazing, and they actually own their farm, so they're not renting no farms or any of that, and they're actually putting some secret other ingredients that also come from the earth. So thank you all.
Thank you, Queen. Amazing. You are the best.
Thank you for having us late at night after all the amazing things you did today. Happy Indigenous Day.
People's Day.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Peace.
See you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.